Before Ashoka the Great, there was a forgotten emperor. Bindusara, the son of Chandragupta, held the Mauryan Empire together and expanded its reach across the subcontinent. In his final years, Chandragupta renounced power and embraced Jainism, leaving his vast empire in the hands of his young son. In 297 BCE, Bindusara was crowned emperor of the Mauryan dynasty. The empire stretched from Afghanistan to Bengal. The empire was thriving. Agriculture, trade, and craft production fueled its prosperity. Bindusara launched campaigns to the south, extending Mauryan control deep into the Deccan Plateau. Historical sources suggest that Bindusara conquered 16 kingdoms during his reign, yet the Tamil kingdoms of Chola, Chera, and Pandya remained independent, protected by their naval power. International trade flourished under his rule, connecting India with Central Asia and the Mediterranean. The Mauryan administrative system remained strong, with strict tax collection and provincial governance. Bindusara ensured a steady flow of revenue by taxing agriculture, the backbone of the economy. He improved trade routes and ensured the safety of merchants moving across the vast empire. Default tax security was a priority. Fortresses and garrisons were placed across provinces. Bindusara relied on his council of ministers to maintain order and stability across the empire. Among his sons was Ashoka, a sharp and ambitious prince who would one day surpass his father. Bindusara's sons often competed for recognition, each eager to prove himself worthy of the throne. Cultural life thrived under Bindusara, with festivals, music, and local traditions preserved. For the common people, Bindusara's reign meant peace, stability, and steady prosperity. Bindusara may not be remembered like Chandragupta or Ashoka, but he was the bridge that kept the empire strong. Bindusara's authority stretched through messengers and officials who carried royal commands to every corner. Craftsmen thrived under his rule, producing weapons, ornaments, and architecture for the empire. Knowledge centers grew, with scholars preserving texts in Sanskrit, Prakrit, and other languages. A stable currency system supported trade and ensured uniformity across the empire. Law and justice were strictly upheld. The Mauryan courts handled disputes fairly. Default tax punishments were harsh at times, as law and order were vital for such a vast empire. Life in the royal court was filled with luxury, celebrations, and artistic performances. Bindusara maintained a strong army, relying on elephants, cavalry, and skilled archers. The Mauryans also developed river fleets to secure trade and defend frontiers. Bindusara invested in infrastructure, improving roads, irrigation, and urban planning. Healthcare advanced through Ayurveda, where physicians relied on herbs and natural remedies. Mauryan education emphasized mathematics, astronomy, and statecraft. Religion remained diverse, with Brahmanism, Buddhism, and Jainism coexisting under them. Philosophical debates flourished, shaping the spiritual climate of the empire. Art found royal patronage, with murals and sculptures decorating Mauryan cities. Bindusara relied on a network of spies to monitor provinces and prevent rebellion. For ordinary villagers, life continued in simplicity, shaped by seasons and traditions. Bindusara's reign created balance between war and peace, growth and stability. Royal scribes record the expansion of Bindusara's empire on palm leaf mat. Unlike Chandragupta's focus on conquest, Bindusara encouraged dialogue among scholars. His court became a hub for philosophy, religion, and statecraft. Bindusara supported trade across the subcontinent. Spices, cotton, and precious stones moved freely under his rule, strengthening the economy. His army remained one of the largest of the ancient world. Elephants, at the front, symbolized both power and fear. Agriculture remained the backbone of Bindusara's empire. The fertile plains of the Ganges fed millions of subjects. Communication between the emperor and his governors was swift. Messages carried the emperor's seal of authority. Bindusara reviewing military camps across his empire. Bindusara valued advice from his ministers, continuing the Mauryan tradition of collective governance. Festivals and ceremonies honored victories and prosperity, binding the people to the emperor. Artistic craftsmen sculpting stone pillars and ornaments He maintained diplomatic ties with neighboring states, balancing war with peace. Astronomy and science received attention. Knowledge grew alongside empire building. Markets brought together diverse communities, strengthening cultural exchange within the Mauryan realm. In his later years, Bindusara maintained his authority, but age began to slow him down. His sons, Ashoka and Susima, emerged as key figures in the struggle for succession. Rivalries among his heirs created tension in the court as Bindusara's life neared its end. Ashoka, with his determination and ability, emerged as the most capable successor. The empire mourned the passing of Bindusara, the emperor who expanded Mauryan power beyond the Ganges. With Bindusara gone, Ashoka rose to power. His reign would transform the Mauryan Empire and leave an immortal legacy.